What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. I hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. So I meant to get to this video yesterday, but I kind of got a little busy, so here goes nothing. Yesterday it was announced that boxing superstar Gervonta Tank Davis would be taking on YouTuber Jake Paul on November 15th in an exhibition match, right? And you know, Jake Paul is a YouTuber, but he's had some experience doing some boxing as of recent, but he's not a fighter that Tank Davis should be fighting at all. First of all, they are in two completely different weight classes, for one, and this is not a fight that will enhance the legacy of Gervonta Tank Davis at all. It will enhance the pockets of Gervonta Tank Davis, and on that front, I'm not mad at him if you want to get your paper. Black man, get your paper. You know, you've been in boxing. You know, at the end of the day, boxing is a brutal sport. It's a gladiator sport. A lot of guys don't leave this sport with their faculties, etc. So that's cool for him to line his pockets up with, because he gonna make about 100 million for this fight at minimum. He probably get 120 something million, 100 million at minimum for this mega fight, right? But in the grand scheme of things, when you're a boxing fan, like, this is embarrassing for real, because Tank is in the prime of his career, and we're still waiting for him to have the mega fight of his career. Now, some would say that Ryan Garcia was the mega fight, but no, he got a lot of other fights still left on the table that should be happening, right? One, he just had a draw with Lamont Roach. Nobody thought he would have a draw with Lamont Roach. A lot of people thought Lamont would get knocked out. Lamont was very competitive in the fight, was more competitive than a lot of people even predicted. So on one front, people were like, yo, he need to go and rematch Lamont. And then on the other front, it's like, bruh, like, you got other business to take care of than to fight the YouTuber. So, okay, Tank Davis say he gon' first of all, let me say this boxing match, this exhibition fight, is not gonna be nothing more than glorified sparring. It's gonna be just like Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. Literally, they're not gonna hurt each other. They're not gonna be out there being ultra aggressive. It's not gonna be nothing like that due to the weight discrepancy between the two, and the fact that it's an exhibition match, and they're probably gonna have a certain set of rules in place to keep everything contained. And they're not gonna go full throttle. They just want to make paper. They want to make cake, and they gonna make cake. But it's like, yo, Tank, you get your paper, but after this fight, bro, you need to be fighting all mega fights. Mega fights. I'm not talking about, not no Dennis Berinchyk, none of that. No. You, after this fight, we got to hold your feet to the fire. You got to go and fight Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney. You got to make these big matches happen, bro. All this, you know, little bitty fights here and there, blip on the radar, not little bitty fights, but you know, a guy that's a threat but not really the mega threat, they gotta end. After you go and get take a fight like this, you get your bag, but when you come back, it's time for you to go full throttle. Tank is 30 years old, and I think the biggest fight on his resume right now is Ryan Garcia. Now again, Ryan was looked at as one of the young four kings in boxing. But to me, I'm gonna be real with y'all, Ryan not that good like that. He got speed, he got some power, but he's not extremely skilled. Like, you know, he's quick, got power, but no. And Tank made light work of him for real. Okay, we'll give him that. You gotta go fight the other dudes that everybody say you need to go fight. Say what you want about Floyd Mayweather Jr. By the time he was 30 years old, at 30 years old exactly, Floyd had fought Oscar De La Hoya, undefeated Ricky Hatton. He had fought Diego Corrales. He had fought Jose Luis Castillo twice. He had fought Gennaro Hernandez. He had fought Zab Judah. You know, he had some very good, great fights under his belt already. Tank resume needs to be a little deeper. Now, we'll give him the Pitbull Cruz fight. He fought Pitbull Cruz on last minute notice, and Pitbull proved to be a worthy opponent. But then I kind of, as the years went on, I saw that Pitbull was a little limited. He punches hard, he's aggressive, but his aggression is not. He's lacking some things in his aggression. He was all hooks and uppercuts, no jab or nothing, which is why I knew, I'm like, yo, it's certain people he's not gonna beat. Pitbull Cruz is never going to be Shakur Stevenson, which is why he didn't want to fight him, because you're not going to be Shakur Stevenson if you ain't got no jab at all, right? So, okay, he got Pitbull and he got Ryan Garcia under his belt and all of that. I do think the Rolly Romero win looks a little better than what it did due to the fact that Rolly just beat Ryan. And then you got, what's my boy name? Fight under Errol Spence, man. What is his name? And is Frank Martin. Frank Martin win, solid win, but you got to go to the big dogs now. You got to make something shake. At 30 years old, Floyd Mayweather fought the biggest fight of his career, fighting the biggest star in boxing, Oscar De La Hoya. He took the reins from Oscar and became the #1 star in boxing. Now, Tank, he's the biggest American superstar we have, but he got to deliver on a big fight. He need a fight of the magnitude. He need a fight that has the same magnitude or close to the same magnitude of an Oscar De La Hoya Floyd Mayweather. That would be, in my opinion, a Teofimo Lopez fight. Him fighting Teofimo Lopez would be a big mega fight. He got to make that happen. After you do this, and you give, you make your money, you make your paper, keep your pockets fat. You got to go in there and go fight a live dog, a real dog that's a threat, and you got to put on a great performance. Get the win, cause right now it's looking wild out here. You out here fighting Jake Paul, and we know you're not finna go blood and guts with him. Y'all shouldn't even be in the ring, considering how the big size discrepancy. Tank is a 135-pounder. Jake Paul just fought at heavyweight, 200 pounds. Like, how is this gonna even out? How is this gonna work? And so when I was like, yo, it looks very wild. To me, it looks disgraceful. Cause it's like, yo, you in the prime of your career and you taking an exhibition fight. Now again, I know that, boxing is a brutal sport and guys lead the sport without no faculty. So you want to get your money, get your paper, right? But if you're going to do this fight, we don't need to hear you taking no tune-ups after this. We don't need to hear you fight no guys that's the number 8 ranked dude, the number 9 ranked dude in a 135-pound division, the number 9 ranked dude in a 140-pound division. We don't need to do that. We need you to fight the real dogs in the division for us to really feel like, okay, he got his money. Now he going in and go fight somebody that's real. He going in and go fight, and he's having these legacy-defining fights that we want him to have, So, yeah, he gonna have to step up the competition after he take this fight, because now he looking funny in the light now. And what I know is Tank I don't think he's in love with boxing. He's very good at it. He's great at it. Very skilled at it. All of the above. He's not just a brute. People think he's just a guy that just got a whole bunch of power. Tank is very skilled. He's very calculated. He knows how to set traps. He knows how to counter very well. He has great punch placement. And he doesn't have a high punch output. He doesn't throw, he's not a volume puncher and still knocks guys out. So he's very skilled and all of that. But he's not a guy, his heart ain't really in boxing right now. He been talking about retirement for a while, all of that. And you can't retire with Jake Paul as your last fight and Jake Paul is your biggest fight. Like, no. I don't care. You're not gonna be, if you do that, you're not gonna be looked at the way you want to be looked at. You're not gonna get the praise and accolades and the respect and adulation that you're looking for. You gotta go out there, beat Teofimo, beat Shakur Stevenson, beat Devin Haney, beat them other guys out here that people say is your main competition. Sweep that, clean sweep that. Clear that up. Or at least fight them, or fight most of them. At least 2 out of the 3. You can fight Teofimo and Shakur, at least, right? But yeah, man, it looked crazy, and people got a right to feel like, yo, what is he doing fighting? What is he doing fighting Jake Paul? Everybody, they got a right to feel that way, cause yeah, he needs to be fighting Teofimo, Shakur, somebody like that. So I get it, man. Again, I know he gonna make a lot of money. He gonna get 120-something million, 100 million, and look, we all about the paper. Everybody love the paper. I would want the money as a fighter too, but Tank gotta feed boxing fans. We know you're skilled. I'm a fan of Tank. I feel like he can beat all them dudes. But he gotta want to show it, and he gotta want to make these big fights happen. He gotta go out here and show and prove. I'm not interested in him fighting Jake Paul. That's not exciting for me. I know what it's finna be. I know it's finna be a farce. I know it's finna be something where it's just gonna be a glorified sparring match. I know it's not gonna be something that's really gonna be for real. I know they not really gonna be trying to hurt each other. Tank might light tap him a little bit. They're gonna agree to tap each other up a little bit, and it be what it be. They walk away both all in good health, getting a whole bunch of bread and get paper, and that's cool for Tank and whoever is in the negotiations. That's cool for Jake Paul and all of that. But nah. November 15th, I was hoping he would be fighting a Teofimo Lopez or Shakur Stevenson or something like that. But yeah, after he do this fight, that gotta happen. That gotta happen, man. That's because you out here just looking. You looking crazy. Now Lamont Roach out here calling you a duck, saying you scared, all of that. And you know, fighters gonna talk like that regardless. But people like, yo, and he can give Lamont his rematch too, after he come back. But if you come back and you give Lamont his rematch, you got to put on a spectacular performance against Lamont Roach. You can't put on that performance you just put up the last time you was fighting him. You gotta show Lamont is not in your league for people to be satisfied and for people to be like, all right, yeah. Because it looked like you was just in there. At times, Tank looked like he was on cruise control in the fight against Lamont Roach. He got to put on a performance like he did against Frank Martin against Lamont Roach after this fight. And I'm hearing that this fight was already agreed upon. I think before he fought Lamont Roach. They didn't think that Lamont Roach was going to put up a fight to have a draw. So now Tank like, nah, we declining the rematch right now. We're going to do the Jake Paul fight now. So yeah, Tank, you fight Lamont Roach again, hey, you better put on a grand performance. You better put on a performance like Floyd Mayweather did when he fought Arturo Gatti. You better put on a performance like Floyd Mayweather did when he fought Diego Corrales in order to, you know, make up for this crazy, ridiculous celebrity farce fight that you got going on, you know? Yeah, and you also, after you fight Lamont Roach, we ain't fighting no dude that's number 8, 9th on the contender list, on the top 10 list in the 135 or 140 pound division. You got to go for the gusto. Go for the killers. Go for the killers in the division. Go for the dudes that everybody want to see you fight, and do something for the fans. Because, right, like, this is, like, Tank versus Jake Paul is cool for, like, people that don't really watch boxing, that's not into the sport. They just know Tank, and, you know, they know Jake Paul is a YouTuber, and they know Jake Paul is the guy that fought Mike Tyson. So it's going to be people that's like, oh, we need Mike Tyson. We need to get revenge for Mike Tyson because Jake Paul fought an older Mike Tyson, and Tank need to whoop Jake Paul. There's people that really don't even understand weight classes or whatever. They excited for the fight. But for actual boxing fans, nah, we was looking and hoping for something else. We was hoping, wishing, and praying for you to be fighting Shakur Stevenson or somebody like that. So, yeah, he got work to do. He 30 years old, man. You can't be 30, 32 years old and ain't fought the guys that people feel like are the biggest threats to you. You know, at least, come on, at least 2 of them at least. For real, people thought Ryan was a big threat to him. That was the only one he fought. I didn't never think Ryan was no big threat to him at all. I never thought that. I never thought Ryan had the goods to even mess with Tank on any level at all. I don't care without the rehydration clause or not. I never thought Ryan Garcia had enough to rock with Tank, to mess with Tank on any front. But yeah, man, he gotta do something. He gotta come and make something shake, man. Cause ain't nobody trying to see you fight Jake Paul. We want to see you fight. What's going on, brother? We want to see you fight Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, etc., man. But I'm tired of, I'm repeating the same, regurgitating the same talking points, etc. This video then went on for a while. Y'all let me know what y'all feel about the fight. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna go live and talk to y'all directly about how y'all feel about this fight as well. Machiavelli Mills TV. I'm out, y'all. Peace.